A year ago, residents of the KRV experienced a life-altering fire that forced some to evacuate and others to lose everything. I'm Eric J. Dockery, your neighborhood reporter. I visited those communities of the KRV and asked community members if they approved of the work their local politicians did, and this is what they told me. The Burrell fire thrust countless families into a harrowing struggle for survival, forcing them to abandon their homes and uproot their lives. Over the course of just 23 days in 2024, the blaze scorched nearly 59,400 acres. In that year that followed, local politicians have made efforts to aid the community's recovery. Residents here, however, have mixed feelings on whether their local representatives have been helpful.
Personally, I think they're dragging their feet a little bit. You know, with the bridge connection, they did a lot. They brought in a group of people. They cleaned up Havilland really, really good. But I felt that politicians maybe should have done more quicker, because it was only a couple of months ago when they did this cleanup, and I thought it's taken too long.
I'm not sure if they lived up to what they said they were going to do, but it seems like everything's where it's supposed to be. I think it's important that people pay attention to the voting when it comes to community leaders, because ultimately they're the ones who dictate what happens in the community.
I reached out to local congressmen and governor officials to see their response to some allegations dealing with the rebuilding of those communities. Congressman Vince Fong said, "On the one-year anniversary of the Burrell fire, the largest wildfire in Kern County history, I continue to work to ensure the Kern River Valley has the resources they need to recover."
Driving through the neighborhoods and up toward, Caliente and Havilland and all that, I do see the cleanup and some of the improvement. So I do believe our politicians are doing what they say. I mean, somewhat at a slower pace than what our community is expecting.
Cal OES shared a statement that states, "Cal OES requested FEMA assistance for the Burrell fire twice, once for individual assistance in our original request, and then once for our public assistance in our appeal, which were denied both times. Without approval of a federal disaster declaration, FEMA relief is not available."
It upsets me and it makes me feel angry, because we're just as good as anybody else in any big city. We really are, if not maybe even better. So we should be treated the same, but I think they do forget about us.
The office of Philip Peters sent over a statement that says, "While we remain disappointed that federal individual assistance was not approved, Kern County has worked tirelessly to ensure no resident is left without support, and that our outstanding KCFD is able to respond as safely and as swiftly as possible."
Sometimes just because they're politicians and they're in the back light, sometimes we want to see them out there. We want to see them physically seeing what we see.
The fire is long gone, but the community members of the Kern River Valley will never forget. For 23 ABC, I'm Eric J. Dockery, your neighborhood reporter.